Hi and welcome everybody. It's lovely to see you today as we are going to talk today about the marriage. But it's hi everyone, and I hope that you're going to be joining in today. Please bring your spouse, bring your husband, bring your wife, and just join us today. So we're going to, lean in today about the spirit, about the marriage, spirit-guided marriage. Thank
Yes,
you.
great. As we know, there are many institutions. We have hospitals, we have schools, we have government, we have businesses. These are all institutions, but we need to understand that the foundational institution is the marriage. That's why we value that. Many marriages have led to divorce, broken home, you call it abuse, a battlefield of cheaters. Many people have become so skeptical about marriages. Some have even opted for cohabitation, just living without any form of commitment, just because of the reputation marriage has been brought in society. Spirit guided marriage will bring society and religion to acknowledge that marriage is essential for the healthy family. We need to understand that spirit guided marriage is God's design for marriage. God has defined the standard, the parameters for marriage. It's not a human concept. We also need to understand that spirit guided marriage acknowledges that a woman is a weaker vessel. In spirit guided marriage, we believe that marriage is supposed to be long lasting relationship, uniform, fusion, or bonding between a man and a woman.
And as well, in spirit-guided marriage, it is not a male-dominated and man-controlled.
Mhm.
It is not measured by the duration, by the
Not at all.
wealth,
No.
or by the way that we treat or serve or love each other, but it's about laying down your life for one another. A good marriage is a spirit-guided marriage.
Correct. It's a marriage where we are laying down our lives, we are serving others, we are loving spouses. That's what we are defining spirit guided marriage. Coming back to our first topic, we talked about husband leave your spouse. Husband leave your family. We talk about leaving your mother and your father and leaving your friends so that you can become joined with your spouse. So last time we spoke about leaving. Tonight we will speak about joining. In leaving, we spoke about leaving the time you spend with friends, the time you spend with your spouse. You leaving your spouse financially. They don't get involved. Everything.
Your parents.
Oh, you're leaving your parents
Not
financially.
your spouse, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Your parents.
That's why I need a helper. So that's why we need to understand that we talked about last time. But today we are talking about joining. What is that joining?
Yeah, we have talked about a husband leaving. So today we're going to talk about the husband joining to his wife. So we're going to be learning today what does it mean to join.
To join. Okay, we have some practical example that we are going to use today. I have a glass of water here and a glass of milk. I am going to show you, this is a glass, maybe husband, and that's a wife. So there are two distinct elements. So I am going to mix them together because the husband shall leave.
So I'm going to be a wife?
You are the wife.
So going to be a
husband. I am the husband. I'm going to leave and I am going to come and join with you. This is what's going to happen. Pour together, that's a milk and that's a water. All together, I have what we call indistinguishable solution of milk and water together. Inseparable. Identical. That's why those who done chemistry, we call it fusion. You cannot distinguish the two.
No.
I cannot hurt my spouse anymore. I cannot harm her anymore. I cannot use physical strength on her. I cannot hurt her. Why? We have become one.
You have joined.
Joined as indistinguishable solution. So in other words, it's no more my money. Well, it's no more my what?
My car.
My car.
Or it's no more my bank card.
My house.
My bank card.
My PIN number.
Yes.
It doesn't exist. Our PIN number, our house,
because you are
our
together
car,
now,
because you are
one.
an indistinguishable solution, as you could see here in front. There's another example again, bonding we're going to speak about having two pieces of paper.
Yeah. So we have glued this one really earlier. We have put the glue on it.
Yes.
So what you are going to try to do is.
Yeah, the two paper. It's been glued together because this paper came, they're glued together. Now I'm going to try to disunite it, to disjoint it, and see what happens. Could you see that? both papers are damaged. Why? Because God Himself, the design of marriage, says that you cannot disjoin what God has joined together. Whatever type of marriage you are, once you are together, once this happens, you become heartbroken, and that will affect.
So what really God has joined together,
Yes,
let no man separate. Really.
that's right.
That's why most of us, when we get married, and I believe you can, agree with me, we usually go to church and for our marriage to be blessed. So the Bible tells us that what God has joined, let no man separate.
That's right.
We cannot separate this, because the reason why we cannot separate this, because there's going to be some hurts. As we can see, this paper is being damaged.
Yes.
And this one as well is being damaged.
Absolutely.
So really, marriage was supposed to last forever, because if there's a divorce, people get hurt. Husband get hurt, wife get hurt, kids
get affected.
So everyone,
the community,
families, the in-laws, they get hurt. Everyone get hurt. So marriage was supposed to be last forever, supposed to be joined,
Absolutely.
not to separate, because this is gonna cause a long-lasting hurt. As you can see, these papers are not as before. They're not the same as before. So that's why the marriage was supposed to last forever.
Absolutely. And then that's why you see today, if you go to prisons, you'll find that a lot of children are kept or have been imprisoned due to fatherlessness. Why? There has been a divorce, there was no father figure, and that has caused the damage. As we say, the damage does not cause by the two individuals. It affects the society, it affects the environment, this community, even schools. There are kids whose parents have gone through this stage of divorce. It has affected the performance. They are even underperforming at schools because of the two things which have been disjoined. So we need to understand our spouse, we are one, we are inseparable. There is no way I can hurt her.
Because really, if he hurts me, he hurt himself.
I hurt myself.
Because we are one.
Absolutely.
Look at this milk and the water is one.
Can you distinguish
So
that?
if I say anything bad about him, I'm saying really anything bad about me.
Absolutely.
So anything I say against him is against me as well, because we are one. So it's
the strength that God has given us is for protecting. They are the weaker vessel. We said earlier in our introduction that spirit-guided marriage is the marriage where a woman is considered to be a weaker vessel. It's considered where we are one. Once we understand this principle of oneness, it will be impossible for you to go and cheat on your spouse. When we consider this type of oneness, when we refer, this is a spirit-guided marriage according to the designer of marriage, not according to what the traditions are telling us. That this is, I am the strong man, she is the weaker person, I'm going to mistreat her. That's not the case. This is the way the design of marriage created it, and he said, I hate divorce, because he knew what can divorce impact in a society, in a community. That's why we are here speaking about it. But please, guys, feel free to subscribe, because we are defending this type of seminar. We want to stand together and display our love to our wives, to our husbands, as you are joining with us together. And
so
then
the reason you're gonna subscribe really is if you've got any programs going on,
you get notified.
You can be notified.
Absolutely, that's the purpose of it. We want you to subscribe because we want to share what God has given us to the whole. Take part in the community by sharing that we are a spirit-guided marriage. And next week we will talk again more about becoming one. But as we say,
if you want to hear more of what you've been talking about, we have talked about a husband leaving, and we've explained what we mean by a husband to leave. And then today we're talking about joining, which we have just explained. But then joining, I think, and becoming one. I think we explained that really.
Absolutely.
So it's about living, joining, and becoming one. So that's becoming one really.
Yes.
And joining. We have joined the milk and water together, and they have become one.
Absolutely.
I think we've covered the whole.
We have covered, but we will still continue to explain again, show these things that when you leave, you join. Everything of yours is not yours anymore.
But go back and watch our past videos if you want to get the whole message. It's all there.
I think So we love you. We'd expect you to subscribe. It's gonna be live. We're always live on YouTube, but we upload it every Monday, 7 o'clock on Facebook.
Yes.
That
Thank you very much.
Spirit-guided marriage.
We
love
you. Soon.
We will stand together, continuing to
And
defend.
please, let's enjoy our marriage. It was a blessing from God. We're supposed to be there forever and enjoy our marriage. So,
thank you.
especially at this time. I believe, as we are being quarantined, I think it's a good time to spend time with your family, with your husband and wife. When this quarantine thing come to an end, our marriage will be flourishing. So
become indistinguishable.
yeah, just learn all this and forget about the past. Let's
Yes.
forgive each other. Let's love each other. Life is too short. Yes, life
Eternity
is very,
is
very
long.
short. So
Eternity
let's
is long.
join this time of quarantine, husband and wife, and learn from each other.
Become indistinguishable.
Yeah, may God bless you. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon. Thank
Bless you.
Amen.